I have the giggles now.
You have the giggles for the pre-show. I mean, this is supposed to be entertaining too for people, but I think it's just entertaining for us.
What if I laugh and I'm not able to say it?
Well, I mean,
oh my goodness.
I'm glad we had our pre-show meeting about the pirate joke because
I don't even have you on the screen. Like I'm so messed up now from talking about that.
All right. Well, we haven't even started the show. It's in the pre-show and it's already went down the tubes. All right. So I would say, I would say it's time just to start the show.
How do you make yourself quit laughing?
I usually tell a joke.
I have to focus. Oh, I have to breathe. Tell myself in my head, stop laughing, stop laughing. Oh, goodness gracious.
You're not even dancing.
I'm sorry. I was laughing. Whew. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, now I got to get the sound down. Like it threw me all off, Greg. Let's go. Is it time to start the show yet?
Oh, we're on it. Yeah, there you go. Welcome to Bacon in Your Mailbox. It is show number 54. It may be the last show. Welcome to the show finale. Bacon in Your Mailbox. Woo. Oh, I'm Greg Milby, community storyteller, and that there is my chuckling friend, Jana Clark, community admirer.
I can't, once I start laughing, I can't stop. And this is what happened to me today.
It just came out of nowhere too.
Ooh, goodness gracious. That's a great way to start the day.
Yeah.
Now I can't stop. Everything you say is going to be funny.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Hey, another great way to start today is good morning, Carter.
Carter
Blankenship. Yeah. So there you go. Let's see who's in here this morning. Our first poster of the day. Look at that. Morgan Castor.
Hey, Morgan.
Thanks for joining us today. The legendary Jay Hobbs with a morning.
Legendary in his own mind, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, legendary's legendary. Everybody has their 15 minutes of fame. I'm hoping this is not it for us, but
well, let's hope that's not how we start, because it may go downhill from here. I don't know. Just don't say anything funny so I don't laugh.
Oh, there's a good chance that's going to happen, that I won't say anything funny. Brian Dennis. Good morning, Brian. So, hey, later today, there's a podcast coming out with a bunch of 14-year-old kids. Well, 3 14-year-old
kids.
How'd it go? It went pretty well. I actually learned a little bit. So we'll see how it goes.
What I learned last night?
What's that?
The 13 colonies.
Did you? Good for you.
Little Q&A with my 13-year-old.
Hey, we can have a show now. Amy Powers is here. So
thank goodness we can start now. We needed
Good morning, Amy.
The VIP section to be full.
All right, so you're baking in the mailbox weather forecast today. Going to be a cloudy day today, 67. Clouds and 56 tonight. Cloudy and 76 degrees as we head into Friday. I think there's a little bit of a chance of a rain shower this morning, but outside of that, it's I'll take the mid to upper 60s for a high.
Listen, that's too cool for me. I'm not ready for that much of a drop yet.
I mean, we'll go back up.
Yeah, it is. That is pretty cool. I mean, yes, last night was, like put a jacket on to go walk the dog chilly.
I didn't make it out of the house.
It was pretty chilly.
I got that fire pit. I like getting the fire pit out. Haven't done that much. So you remember when your parents would tell you to close the door because we're not heating the whole neighborhood, or close the barn door, that kind of stuff? Yeah. Do you realize now with like a patio heater in the fire pits that we have, we could do that?
It's true. So we sometimes, we have a sun porch, like it's an addition to our house. And so it has windows that open on 3 sides, or you can close them up, and we have a heater out there. Well, if you time it right, the afternoon will heat it a little bit, and then you turn the heater on. So you can use it in the evenings with the heat on. And so we love to leave that door open because it really is like being outside. But you just have to time it right. You have to catch it right. And it's everything. It's so hard for me to just sit with that door open. because I just feel the need to shut it because that's how I was raised. Shut the door. Don't leave the door open.
Do you have a huge patio heater? You know, one
No,
of those
well,
bigs with the canisters?
on the sun porch. Like I don't have one that is outside on the patio. I just have a smaller one that's inside on the sun porch. We use that one.
Yeah, I've got one of those. And when you turn those things on, certain times of the year, I mean, you can get a tan in the fall.
Heck yeah. Are you talking about one of the big ones? Like that comes from like it's on a pole?
Yeah. Jennifer's parents got us one for Christmas a few years ago. So
that's not a bad idea for someone's Christmas list.
You throw that by the fire pit. It's good to go. So,
yep. That's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. Giselle Smith is with us today.
Hey, Giselle.
She says she's missed us. Where you been, Giselle? You been busy
putting magazine together? Right here, girl. We missed you.
She says in Texas, they only say close the door because we're not cooling the whole neighborhood.
Yep. Yeah. For sure. It's like standing in the fridge with the door open. My mom's like, what do you think? Something's just going to jump out at you? Shut the door.
I hate that. Or when they open the refrigerator and carry stuff over to the other side and start putting it together and they're going, I'm going back.
Then shut the door.
Shut the door. It's crazy. Amy says it's still flip-flop season. Amy Powers wears flip-flops. She probably goes snow sledding in flip-flops. Amy does.
Yeah. Well, my kids wear shorts and like winter coats. So they do put tennis shoes on, but they don't break out pants for quite some time.
What's the deal with kids nowadays wearing sweatshirts all the time, even during the summer? Garrett always wants to wear like a sweatshirt.
Yes. Yes. So here, I tell them all the time that now they're like their mom. So I usually take a sweater or like a little wrap or something because sometimes when I'm sitting inside, if it's hot outside, I'm cold inside. So I just got to throw a layer on. And so I tell them they're like me. They're like their little old lady mom taking a cover up and they just laugh. Yeah. They wear hoodies year round. For sure.
I haven't figured that out. It was like 95 degrees one day and Garrett had this light jacket on. I'm going, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just one of
He thought he looked cool. Yeah.
Hey, Amy says the bacon graphic seems intense today. I mean, it's bacon. Bacon's always intense.
It is pretty close up. It's pretty realistic though. Like that's the real stuff.
Yeah. That's the one we've been using for the last few weeks.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So Giselle says she is working on photo shoots forever. Now, I don't know about you, Jana. I've checked my email a couple of times. Bacon in your mailbox hasn't got a photo shoot yet, right?
I haven't seen any bacon in that, but listen, there's no telling what she's working on. I'm sure she's got some fabulous idea that's going to blow me away.
Yeah. She says her fridge actually beeps it at you. Like what? That's a high tech fridge there.
Does it shut itself or do you have to actually touch the door?
Yeah. I want one of those fridges that have the touch screen on the front where you can actually see in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I want one that you can just plug in, send me this, and it'll just send me exactly what I asked for. So I don't have to open it up and make bad decisions. Like I need one to choose it for me. Yeah.
Like a vending machine. That would be good.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Now I would have bought one of those others until I saw the price. I was like, oh, those things are crazy.
Like a spaceship.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Hey, Jerisa Lamont is with us. Oh my goodness gracious. Man.
Those cuties.
Yeah. She's got, yeah, let's look at that. Let's see if we can see her kids there. Oh yeah. Look at that.
They're adorable.
Jay says Adam has worn a sweater with a jacket in 80-degree weather. It's a kid thing. I don't know what the deal is with all that.
Yeah.
So
this winter when they're really cold, when we're all bundled up, mine will maybe add a hat, maybe if they think it looks cool. But I am ready for fall. I just don't want to get too cold too quick. I'll be completely honest. Like I'd like to hang on to 70s for a while.
I don't think we're there yet. I think we're going to bounce back up. I think this weekend there was some talk about that. Hey, Amy wants to know, have we ever had bourbon black pepper bacon? No. But I would most certainly give that a shot.
But it is early in the day, Amy. It is early in the day, girl. You never know.
Yeah. I mean, bourbon happens anytime for a lot of people.
Anytime.
And I'd be some of those people. All right. So it's National Blackbird of Happiness Day today.
That's funny because I didn't know a blackbird.
Or sorry, bluebird. Sorry, bluebird of happiness.
Well, that makes more sense.
Totally different day.
Totally different day.
Yeah.
Totally different day.
That would mean tomorrow would be blackbird discontent day. We would make that.
Yeah.
Up.
And the next day would be red. And the next day would be, so, so bluebird of happiness, my mom used to have a bluebird of happiness in the kitchen windowsill. It was little and it lived right next to her African violet. She grew violets in her kitchen window and she has little, and it's still at her house. Like I want it. It's mine. So anybody watching, it's mine when I decide to take it. I don't know if my brother's on this. He's not watching, but he doesn't know it yet. But if he tries to take that little bluebird, it's going down.
Does this count as like legal thing here?
Maybe. No, I'll win. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah. Yeah. But I love them. But I'm sure there is a really great, is there a story like how it came to be? Because I don't know that.
The mythology of the bluebird of happiness goes back thousands of years. The bluebird is widely accepted as a symbol of cheerfulness, good health, new births, prosperity, and hearth and home. So
Aww.
that's the whole deal behind that.
I knew it would be something like that.
Today is also punctuation day.
Oh, all right. Let's just go ahead and get to it. How many spaces after the period? This could be the most. But okay, so you may not care, but like, what were you taught, and what do you do now?
I do whatever my brain feels like. Is what I do.
Interesting.
Because when you're in the business, there's AP style of writing, and there's other styles of writing. I have the Greg Milby style of writing because not many people read my stuff. I read it for them.
Right.
So writing radio copy and that kind of stuff. I don't know. I just throw stuff together and put some ... I put multiple dots behind it. That's called pause for emphasis. I do that in emails.
Goodness. I know you do.
And that's okay because I want you to pause and think about what I just said. Now, I'm sure some of the grammar police and punctuation police are going to be all over that, but that's okay.
I was raised, like in school, I was taught when we had, typing class and in English class, two spaces after the dot. And I did it for so long. It is really hard to go to one, but I think now I'm pretty much one.
Brian Dennis says 2 forever. Morgan says 2 spaces after a period. And I just love Jerisa. She's so great. Word does the space for you now. I can even hear her saying that in my head.
Yep.
And shaking her head a little bit and giving me that stare that she gives.
Oh, so matter of fact. I'm just telling you that if you're not in a situation where it's automatic, you have a choice to make. Well,
and even punctuations get people going.
Yeah.
Like we mentioned this last month that the young people, we say that because we're in our, I would say we're in our 40s, but not everybody is.
I am. Are you?
I'm just messing with you. I know you have one more. We learned last month that the young people consider a period at the end of a sentence a microaggression.
Microaggression.
To which I say, you can't be serious .
My dad used to text to me in all caps.
Oh.
And yeah. So we had to have that when he first got a phone and could text. So we had to have that discussion. And he didn't believe me. He was like, why? I just do it because that way I don't have to worry about making capitals at the beginning of what I'm saying. And it's just easier. It just keeps it all consistent. And I was like, it is like, and so he's hard of hearing. So he shouts at you anyway. So I should have just left it alone. But yeah, I had to have that conversation with him multiple times. He's finally figured it out.
Yeah. Look, I get I get the all caps thing. Now,
Yeah,
sometimes when I'm writing radio commercials, I do them in all caps. You can see it better. Um,
sure.
but why can't we just communicate?
Yes. Yeah.
You know, my brother's deaf. I don't see deaf people complaining about their fingernails.
Right.
You know, they're just communicating. I mean, the
Yeah.
periods and all that stuff. That's
Doesn't
just
matter. Get your
don't
point across.
too much stress. We probably shouldn't even talk about an exclamation point because boy, that will trigger somebody.
And you only need one. You only need
Why?
one.
Why?
That
What if
is
you're extremely excited?
then one. One is excited. You think more than one exclamation point, like with each one added, it ramps up your excitement?
I think so. Look, Andy Cranhagen just did it. Look, good morning,
I know.
friends. Sorry so late. He's excited to be here.
He's 1, 2, 3, 4 times. He's 3 times more excited than if he had just used one.
Are you offended? I love his
No,
excitement.
I'm not offended. It's
Okay.
it's just how I roll.
Now,
It's my stuff. I can tell you how I want.
Teresa says, I also find it aggressive when people put 2 question marks after a question. Maybe they're really confused.
Maybe they are just too quick to give you a chance to answer their question. Like they want you, they're trying to hurry you along and they can't be patient.
You got to love Morgan too. Because, you know, she's one of those, I'm scared of her. I mean, I don't want to ever make her mad because I think I'll text people that bother me with a period between each word. That is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great move. That's a great move. I love it. I love it so much.
I think this is great. I love this. This is great.
I love
Brian's
it.
excited. I mean, boy, Brian's really trying to trigger somebody.
Brian, easy there, big guy.
Yeah. So I'm interested with Giselle since she has to write all the time. I mean, that's a lot of pressure. All the exclamations.
It's true.
You've got to adjust that if you write for a living.
Right. So you just write the way you would talk, which is a lot of exclamations. Then you have to go back and edit all that stuff out. I talk a lot. I know that surprises you, but I tend to write. I'm really wordy. So I find myself having to go back and just literally take out words. Forget the punctuation. I'll never get that right. But I have to take out the words because I just use way too many words to get a point across.
That's a lot of people. I do that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, in your writing stuff, it is a lot of pressure. There's Lazarus Lake is this guy that's a race director, put the Barclays Marathon together. Very unique guy, lives out in the middle of the woods on a farm, does some of these unique ultra races he puts together. He's a great writer, great storyteller. But when he does social media, when he writes, everything is in lowercase. It's just
his style.
Just his style. And I'm good with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, maybe I need to develop my style. So people
Maybe.
Unlike some people, you know, their style because they can't spell a word. You'd think spell check would catch that.
Oh my gosh. So many times. So many times. Times.
It's like people's names. When you type in stuff, spell check will catch it every time and try to correct it. John Ballard is one of those guys. John Ballard is Jon.
Yes.
But twice in a public thing that I've done with them, I spelled it wrong because spell check fixed it.
Yes. What so I have 2 N's. So oftentimes my name is misspelled because a lot of people spell my name, and it's different than John because John is such a common name. I guess that John is much more common. Jana is less common, but the majority of the people that don't know or haven't seen my name spell it with 1 N. It doesn't bother me at all. I just think it's interesting.
Now, I have people that put an extra G on the end of Greg.
I've seen that too.
That's different. Yep. That's different. Yeah. I wonder if, Teresa, my goodness, I'm sure spell check goes crazy on hers.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So, and by the way, Giselle said she does not write all the time. Everyone sends in articles. So, Jana,
Oh,
that's what we have to do. We have to send in our own article about ourselves.
listen, that makes a point right there that she'll never ask me for an article because I've just said I can't write.
Yeah. You think about that. I mean, we're like cover story material, don't you think?
For a lifestyle magazine?
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot, but bacon is a lifestyle. We created a show around a lifestyle of bacon.
Oh, Greg, I love you.
We have vegetarians that watch this little Facebook program.
They
shouldn't, because it's bacon.
Well, because they like donuts.
Right. We're bringing people together is what we're doing.
Right.
Just saying.
Right.
I shouldn't have to sell it. I really shouldn't. It sells itself.
Well, that's all right. You don't have to.
All right. Good deal. Teresa says, let's talk about, we could do a whole show on your name, girl.
Truly.
Your name used to mess me up all the time. And then I'm always afraid to misspell it because we serve on a couple of boards together and she sits next to me.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid of her too.
Yep. Well, that's okay. You need to be afraid of a few people.
Well, I used to try to do extra things for Teresa because I was afraid of her. Like in one of our board meetings, United Way board, I would count the no votes. Very rarely there's one, and I would just let her know 0. I guess I was doing something wrong.
I want to be in charge of the note. No, I really don't.
No.
I really don't.
Jay Hobbs has a good point. Wait till we see names of kids in about 9 to 12 months.
Oh my gosh, really? Can we just go ahead and predict those?
What's the one? I see that one all the time. Social distance. My name is Social. What? My name is Social. Oh, really? Yeah. Social distance.
Oh, that's hysterical. So true story. My mom's mom, her name was Ocel, Ocel. Well, we couldn't say it when we were little. And so we called her Social. And so I think about that now because it's such we've overused that word now, but she was social to me growing up. And so it kind of makes me laugh when I hear people make a joke about naming someone Social.
Yeah. Kathy says most people think Kathy is the only way to spell it with a K, but
that's true.
C. So good point.
Yeah.
And Giselle says we might be a cover story one day. Bacon is a lifestyle. I mean, one day means, hey, when we're out of
agree on that.
When we're out of everything, that means we've got to keep doing this show till then, Jana.
She's not going anywhere.
Well, I mean, at some point, Facebook may shut us down. I don't know.
I hope not. I hope that the Elizabethtown Lifestyle magazine is around forever and bacon is around forever.
Yeah. Morgan says, give the man a urinal and he thinks he deserves a cover story.
And funny is he probably thinks the first is more important than the latter, Morgan.
I mean, I've not seen the urinals yet. I mean, I've got the sign, but
yeah,
I'm just saying. Don't judge. I mean, I'm feeling the judginess now.
Well, that's okay. It's around quite a bit around here.
Yeah.
Can't help it. Can't hide that.
Okay. All right. Well, look good. I mean, that's all we've got. Hey, because today may be the last day ever.
Why?
Because there's an asteroid the size of a school bus that's going to zip past Earth today.
Can we see it?
I hope not. The giant space rock was just discovered last Friday and will buzz by at a distance of 13,000 miles.
So like in real man's language, is that close?
NASA says that's inside the orbit of our communication satellites.
Wow.
But there's nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about.
In the year 2020, those could be referred to as famous last words.
Hey, does it have a name? Let's name it. I bet it does.
It has to be an easy name. We've already determined we can't spell.
No, I just thought it might need an appropriate 2020.
Oh.
You
We could give
know?
all kinds. I don't think we can say those on here because then Morgan would have to explain it to her kids again. We've talked about that before. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. If we didn't have enough to worry about, now we got to worry about an asteroid.
I think Amy Powers just captured a t-shirt for me. The world is your urinal.
Oh, Amy, let's hope not. That is not true, Greg. Do not believe her. No craziness.
Oh, hey, other craziness. Christmas movies. Hallmark Channel announced their Christmas movie lineup for this coming season.
Ooh.
Which begins the last week of October.
So I think they showed them in July, like a Christmas in July marathon or something.
Mm-hmm.
So if it begins the last weekend in October, then they won't have to show the same movie twice until Valentine's Day.
Well, they're going to have 40 new movies for the season, matching their output from last Christmas, which means they have maybe 3 plots?
I mean, well, the endings are all the same, but how we get there is, there are twists and turns at every scene.
Are there really twists and turns? I mean, Jennifer loves the Hallmark movies, and I'll sit down periodically and watch them. That girl from Party of Five is always in them.
Yes. Lucy. Not Lucy.
Sure.
Lacey. Lacey.
It confuses me because one movie, she's her family, she's a rich executive that's visiting her family's tree farm in Washington. And then next it's I don't know. It's always something different. But it is.
Well, I mean, that's the idea. But my husband walks in, and if I'm ever watching anything like that, and he just calls them all like they're all Hallmark movies, whether they are really Hallmark movies or not. He says, I hate to tell you, but I know how it's going to end. And I'm like, no, you don't. You need to sit down and watch this with me to be sure that they end up together. And he just gives me this look and walks on, right?
There's a high-speed chase to the airport.
Together. They will be together in the end, which is how the world should be anyway.
Jerisa says, what if he boards the plane 5 minutes too soon? You got it. Then it's a bad movie. Right. Good point. Right. Can you believe this? True. Amy Powers has never watched a Hallmark movie.
So I hate to say this, but if you've never watched one, you might not should start because you might fall off the deep end and never get out. Who knows, Amy? You may love them. This is your year. Listen, if you're going to start doing something crazy, this is the year to start doing something crazy.
So the network says that they are going to have some more plots this year. So we'll see how that goes. And you do have your favorite actors and actresses, which, some of those have made a second career out of doing that.
Yeah, for sure. I like the ones with dogs. I like the ones where they're ones where they're soldiers. Like there are certain ones where they're just a little bit more heartstringy than others. Those are the ones I love.
Apparently a lot of people own bed and breakfasts too, because
a lot. Yeah.
They're always in tree farms. There's always a tree farm or a vineyard.
Yes.
Something like that. I blame that movie Sweet Home Alabama for that.
Why?
Because that's what it seems like. All the plots kind of have the Sweet Home Alabama feel to it.
Interesting. Where someone goes back to their hometown and there's a history there. And they ended up together too.
Yeah.
You have a baby in a bar. Yeah.
And it was a surprise for her that he was successful, blah, blah, blah. Because he didn't. Yeah, it's all there. I mean, but as long as there are 5 or 6 of them starring Candace Cameron Bure, that's all I really care about. I like her.
Yeah. Murphy Brown.
No. Candace Cameron. That's Kurt Cameron's sister.
Oh, Kurt Cameron's sister. Who was Murphy Brown? Candace. She was in Sweet Home Alabama.
Uh-huh. She
Candace
was
Bergeron.
Mean future mother-in-law.
Yeah, that's where I went when you mentioned her.
It's weird that you can watch any of 40 different brand new Christmas movies every year. Or you could be like a lot of us that just decide that the Charlie Brown Christmas special is what we want to watch for every year.
Yep.
That's me.
we have our go-tos, A Christmas Story, Vacation, It's a Beautiful Life. Like we have our standards that we watch during the season no matter what. But it's always A Christmas Story on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Because that's on. It's on over and over and over.
Yeah. And we just can't we just can't help it. Yeah.
And the biggest debate of the Christmas season as far as movies go is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes. My kids love that joke.
And I think it's a Christmas movie. It's no different. I mean, if he was trying to save a tree farm, maybe.
The best Christmas movie.
Yeah. So I think Amy is becoming a very popular Baconite.
Good.
When Hallmark makes an action adventure film, I'll hop on.
Yeah.
And then Brian says, don't know her, but I'm now a fan of Amy Powers. Yeah.
Hallmark and Bacon, bringing people together.
All right, Jerisa. You hate Charlie Brown's Christmas?
Oh, now, some Charlie Browns are kind of sad, but Charlie Brown Christmas has a special place in my heart.
For years, my tradition when we did the Greg and Holly Christmas extravaganza, where we played all these crazy, goofy Christmas songs of weirdness.
Yeah.
I always closed out the show with Charlie Brown's Christmas, where Linus says, lights, please. And he tells the Christmas story.
Yes.
Now tell me you like Charlie Brown's Christmas, Teresa. Come on.
Well, now you've shamed her into liking what you do. Oh, that's so funny.
It's a great movie. It really is.
It is.
Besides that being a highlight of my Christmas is watching Charlie Brown's Christmas and The Christmas Story. That kind of good stuff. You know what the highlight of my Thursdays are?
Oh, I do know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time for Jana's Pirate Joke of the Week. Hold on, I got to get a drum roll here.
All right, Greg, this is a question for you. How did Captain Hook die?
I'm afraid to ask. How did Captain Hook die?
He got confused and he wiped his booty with the wrong hand.
Oh, you want to tell the other one?
I don't know what the other one was.
the one you can't tell. So in our pre-show meeting, Jana was...
You know what happens when you're Captain Hook and you wipe your booty with the wrong hand? It's not good.
Jana was researching some pirate jokes earlier and apparently didn't realize they're dirty pirate jokes too.
And then I got tickled and I couldn't quit laughing, which is what's going to happen now unless you move on to something funnier than me.
Oh no, there was nothing funnier than that. That is for sure. I love that. All right, so it's Thursday, and then the other little feature we do here, besides the Bacon Bit segment, is funniest tweets of the week from parents. These are tweets that I find from different sources of funny things. Here's one. My tween is mad at me, and it could be because of any number of horrible things I did this morning. Stood in the kitchen, poured coffee, stared out the window, said good morning, breathed. That is from @MamaJessieC. Does that sound like the truth?
Oh, that mama could have been at my house this morning too.
Yeah. For you infant mothers, in a recent study, 100 toddlers were surveyed about what they hate the most. 100 out of 100 said they hate clean windows.
Oh, well, apparently, dogs, same. Check.
Yeah. From @RodLaCroix, if any of you have 3 hours to kill, our youngest has a great story about how she picked her favorite color. That is absolutely the truth.
When you're hearing those stories, and when you do anything, like when you look at the time or you look over here, or heaven forbid you move locations, and your toddler says, "Hang on, I'm not done. Hang on," and you're like, "Oh no, I'm listening. I'm still here. Like I'm all in." Oh my gosh, that story of my life when my kids were little.
At Simon Holland says that feeling of relief you get when your kid is dressed up for pajama day and you see another kid in pajamas at the drop-off line. Never want to get that day wrong.
Never want to get that day wrong.
So.
Or mom would forget and halfway to school cry because they forgot to wear their pajamas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At Divergent Mama says she was a rare one, like an item of kids' clothing in the hamper that's not inside out. That never gets better.
Never.
I think they do that on purpose.
Listen, I've been known to wash. My kids do their own laundry now. I know that shocks you, but I've been known to take clothes out of the dryer that are inside out, fold them, and put them in the basket inside out.
That's a good plan.
Not period, my period, job period.
Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Period. Because we can do that if you want to.
That's right.
All right. So Bacon Bit segment. Man, we're cramming in all these little features here at the end. We had good dialogue today, by the way. I like that.
I know. I love it.
I like the participation from our Baconites and everybody. And looks... Amy Powers moving up the list of Baconites, you know.
Heck yeah.
So did you know that surgeons who play video games for 3 hours per week have been found in studies to perform surgery 27% faster and make 37% fewer errors?
Interesting. Honing the skill.
Yeah, if those kids are listening and watching this show, there you go. There's the thing to tell your parents. I need to play more video games.
I want to be a surgeon.
Okay. That's it.
There you go.
Did you know that if you're an average adult, you will eat 2,000 pounds of food this year?
Hopefully spread out among 365 days.
Yeah. Did you know that ketchup was sold in the 1830s as medicine?
Well, I wonder what it cured.
It cured dried French fries is what it cured.
Yep. Did
you know?
The burger.
Yeah. Do you like the movie Grease?
I do.
Did you know the movie Grease was released in Venezuela under the name of Vaselina? Google that. That's legit.
Well, I mean, but okay. Yes. Different Grease, but yes. It's funny. I like Grease. One time I made my kids watch it, and I was shocked that they liked it too. It was really fun.
Really? Did they really like it, or they were just like, look, if we like this thing, Mom will never ask us to watch it.
No, like I think they did. Well, they liked music, and I think they enjoyed it.
Yep. Hey, back to our food thing. Amy says 1,500 pounds during quarantine, 500 the rest of the year. Good point.
Right. For sure.
Oh, which by the way, I thought I felt good after that bike ride Saturday.
Yeah.
And then so Tuesday night, I decided to get on the bike and ride on the trainer here. And I bought me some new cycling shorts.
Good.
With a lot more padding. So I was excited to put them on. I got on that bike. Oh, I wasn't ready.
No.
I thought I was ready.
Too soon.
It was way too soon. So
yeah. I'll
try it again today. See how it works.
Something about razor blades and booty.
Yeah, we're not going back to that. That was one of those.
And then
that's one of those moments when you go, I probably should have thought about that before I said that. But anyway, that happens a lot on this little program here.
Oh, yes, it does.
All right, so one final one, because people sell stuff on eBay and Marketplace. That's what you do now. If you don't like it, you want to get rid of it, you just put it on Marketplace. Somebody will buy it.
Yeah, it cracks me up. I haven't done that yet, but I understand it's quite the hobby.
So on eBay, someone once listed nothing at all. Want to buy it? It sold for $22.04. Pretty smart.
Porch pickup.
Yeah, yeah. Come by and pick up nothing. There you go. No saves. Yeah.
No saves.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so that's going to about do it. Thank you to our sponsors, as always, that being Stith Family Farms in Painville, Brian Dennis with the Award Center, friends at Amazing Glaze and Donuts, and Bluegrass Cellular for being our technology sponsor.
Thank you. Those are fine, folks.
We made it through the day. It's good. We solved nothing.
We solved nothing.
Punctuation still an issue. People love and hate Hallmark Christmas movies.
Yep.
That's
no harm, no
foul.
Just a little bacon in your mailbox.
Right. We're not here to solve the world's problems.
Right.
We're just here to make you think about them.
That's
and
right.
Cause a few more. So
you got it.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, she is Jana Clark, community admirer, hand waver extraordinaire. I'm Greg Milby, community storyteller. And this has been show number 54 of Bacon in Your Mailbox. Have a great weekend.
Bye, y'all.